Hey Globe Gang, it's Maisha back in the Globe's Beauty Closet where we what? We gloss, we floss, and we boss. And this is a very special holiday edition of Big Beauty Tuesday. We are on an abridged holiday schedule, but we have a very special guest today. Actually, we have two. You may notice that I'm wearing a very special garment, and I have to say I've been wearing a lot of garments like these over this past years. Kimonos and caftans and relaxed things that accommodate my changing pandemic body, but they also dress me up really easily and quickly whenever I need to get on a meeting. And we have one of the best in the game to do it today. Julianne Hibbert is a designer based in Harlem, New York, where she makes custom caftans of African fabrics. And our editor-in-chief here at The Root, Danielle Belton, is a collector of Junny's work. So I had to get both of them on the show today to talk about why caftans and kimonos are the ultimate work from home wardrobe. Well, greetings, ladies. So let's talk about why in our Zoom-centered lives now, the kimono or the caftan is the perfect item to be wearing right now. Junny, what attracted you to this particular design?
I needed a piece that was reflecting who I was becoming. I was working from home. So then you would need to go out quickly and you're dressing differently. You're wearing sweats. I also live in Harlem, and Harlem is the epicenter of style. And I would always be on 116th and I would watch the African merchants in their long flowing robes. And I just loved the look, the feel, the flow of it. I also love the traditional Japanese kimono, but the sleeve of it really bugged me because I'm clumsy. So I took pretty much my love of the Japanese kimono and just the flow of the African robe, the grand bubu, and I created this garment that you could literally put over anything and go from basic to effortlessly glam in no time at all.
Well, I love that because I'm wearing a kimono as well, not one of yours, unfortunately, but I just threw it on. I may or may not be wearing pants. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to put that out there. But Danielle, you have been wearing Junny's designs for years now. You are a very loyal client, and you always look special when you wear them. I mean, when I go to an event with you and you're wearing one of these, I'm always like, so tell me why you love Junny's work.
The reason why I was attracted to them was the colors. New York, the uniform is basic black, 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 dressing black like the omen, and that's not me. I like color, I love patterns, I love vibrancy, I love the idea of a statement piece. And so I was more than happy to support a Black business owner like Junny, who makes beautiful garments, custom-made garments that are fit for your shape and body type, that are beautiful and high quality and flowing, and just get tons of compliments wherever you go.
That's the beauty of them, right? Like, it's like whether you're wearing them over jeans or over a nightgown or over, a tank top and some, trousers. I mean, they're so versatile. So when we talk about them as investment pieces, I totally agree with you. Junny, you don't just riff on these garments. You have researched this and you've actually kind of incorporated the meaning of the kimono into your work. Tell me a little bit about that.
With the Japanese culture, the kimono, in English, it means wearing things, and it started in the 16th century, and it had a lot of cultural significance for the Japanese. If you look at the kaftan, there's a kaftan in every culture, and it's also associated with royalty. When I make the piece, to me, it's like a magic coat. I'm incorporating that person's personality into the piece. I have a lot of clients who are very shy and they're like, man, it's like a magic coat. When I put it on, you can't tell me anything. I'm twirling, I'm feeling myself. So I think that's a difference in what I make, is that I research the textiles, I research a culture in every textile that I use, and I'm not appropriating culture, I'm celebrating culture, right? So it's a cross-cultural fusion of all that we are. And living in Harlem is like so many but one community, right?
Absolutely.
So this gives me an opportunity to create a piece that just incorporates the fabric of the neighborhood and the fabric of who we all are.
I totally agree with you. And and also one of the things I think of when I look at your work, and when I just look at different interpretations of this also is, it makes me think a lot of Afrofuturism. But there's also the very practical thing there. I mean, we've touched on this a couple of times. The plus size market in particular traditionally has been so limited.
I'm a full-figured woman, and most designers won't make clothes for me. So that's disappointing. So I'm not giving them my money.
And as a fellow full-figured woman whose weight, in my case, my weight fluctuates a lot. So it's like sometimes I'm bigger and sometimes I'm small. And I've noticed that that's the one garment in my closet I can always rely on to look good in no matter what size I am. As an independent designer, you've also had challenges this year. So what is this going to mean to you coming out of this phase?
I have found this year to be quite a challenge, and it's been a series of pivot after pivot and reinvention. And I think this year it's about family and staying close to home, but you still want to feel good. You still want to look good, right? So you still want those memories. So the Caftan almost becomes that quilting piece, right? That part of the story that you tell about that time when, right, we lived through this thing.
That's gorgeous. I mean, and speaking of pivots, I think it's worth telling people as well. One of the things I love that you did at the beginning of this was you pivoted into making these incredible masks as well. You took all these like amazing remnants of fabrics that you had and you made masks.
Yes. Yes. The interesting thing about the face mask is that I actually started making the mask before the pandemic. One of my clients is actually a famous Black model, and she traveled internationally a lot. She wanted to wear the mask on her international flights, but she wanted something that would represent African American culture. So I literally started making those masks for her. And then back when we did pop-ups, I would do pop-ups at the Red Rooster. And they had a huge international clientele. So all of the Japanese customers would actually buy the mask from me. And then the pandemic started and the mask became a thing.
Well, Junny, I am so excited that we got to talk a bit about your gorgeous work today, and our followers can see more of them in our post where we will have a slideshow of Junny's originals, and you can find her online. We'll be posting that link as well. So thank you so much for joining us today, and Happy New Year, everyone. Let's work from home. We can do it in the new year. We can do that.
Work from
Here's to a brand new year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you.